gon' see lawyers, and you gon' see lawyers, and you gon' see lawyers, and niggas enjoy it.
Okay, now catch up to my campaign. Cool the color of mayonnaise. I'm drunk and high at the same time, drinking champagne on the airplane.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to another edition of Tutorial Tuesday, where we go over random pieces of FL Studio to help make your hip-hop beats better. And today, we got a question from the YouTube comments. Leo says, can you make a video about hi-hat patterns? Best FL vids around, my man. Thanks, Leo. Go over trap, hi-hat rolls, and also old school swing. Leo, I got you. Let's get to it. I was thinking about just opening up a new FL Studio project and then just making some hi-hat rolls, but I think the best thing to do to kind of show you guys what's going on is just to show you projects I've already done with different hi-hat rolls and those to help give you some examples of some patterns you can come up with. Alright, so in the most recent video that I did, I kind of got a little eccentric with the hi-hat rolls. And so I got two hi-hats working here on this one. I have this main hi-hat, which is just pretty much just a steady roller. Just hits on every fourth step. So 1, 2, 3, 4 before it gets to the next beat. Check out the velocities on these. So I made a bunch of these low and only made like 4 or 5 of these hits high. Definitely mess around with the velocities on your hi-hats. It'll help give a little bit extra bounce. And then if we go to the other hi-hat, as you can see right on this first kick drum, I got 3 hi-hats just snapping right there right away. And so on this one, I didn't do every step. I just kind of skipped a couple spaces, and then on the transition, I added another hi-hat on a little bit lower note. And so what I like to do is I like to go into this little magnet here and go from a 4th beat down to a half step, down to a 4th step. That's how I was able to get some of these extra hi-hats in there. Also, I had another perk in this one. Basically with the hi-hats, I just like to use them for the rhythm, and then so I'll have it match up with other pieces of the track. Like I'll have the hi-hats maybe go along with the rhythm of the melody, or have the hi-hats go along with the rhythm of the kick and the snare hits. So in this one, pretty straightforward, just pretty much every 4th step, but I do add a little extra bouncers in there. So you can, again, hear a little bounciness going on with the rest of the track. So a lot of times it's not even really the hi-hat I use, it's the other different perks and percussions that you use to match along with the hi-hat. Also with the snare. So we got the hi-hat, the snare, and that other little perk all going together. It makes it seem a lot bouncier. Let's take a look at this 2 Chainz remix I was working on. So with this one, I kind of got hats going all over the place. Bounce here that goes down a note, and then I got 3 rapid ones right in a row. Again, you can do that just by changing the snapping. And then you see on this one, I got the little quick rolls on each snare hit to kind of help accentuate that snare hit. On this one, again, it's mostly just every 4th step, but I got a little roll right here at the beginning with the kick drum. Also, you'll notice on this one, I got a shaker going with it as well to help give it a little bit extra bounce. Let's just go ahead and make our own little hi-hat pattern right now just to kind of sum it all up. Alright, step 1, grab a sweet hi-hat. Step 2, add hat to channel rack. Step 3, open up the piano roll. And so let's just put it on 4th beat, grab the paintbrush, and we'll just go ahead and do this. And then we'll go down to, I don't know, about 70 BPM. So that's what every 4th sounds like. Take it down to every half. Again, you can change these velocities. I highly recommend it. pretty much it for the trap, hi-hat rolls, and different ideas for stuff you can do like that. Let's check out the Boom Bap Swing. So if you're ever wondering where the swing knob is, it's on the channel rack right here. Typically for hi-hats with Boom Bap beats, it's just every 2 steps. Now I think on this one what I did was I took this second one and I put it off center just a little bit. You see it's supposed to be right here. I put it over there. Off the main grid just by a little bit. So that's why you can hear a little bit of a bounce with it. When you're dealing with swing, it doesn't affect the first and the third step. It only affects the second and fourth one. So if I were to put in a couple random hi-hats here, you'll notice where it hits weird. Now, maybe you want that in your beats. I typically don't like it, but what I like about the swing effect for Boom Bap beats is more with the kick drum. And so with the kick drum, if I go to every 4th beat, all the kick drums that are on the first and the third step are going to stay as is, but if it's on this 4th or 2nd one right here, it's going to hit kind of off time, but like 3/4 time at 75% to still give it a nice cool bounce. Out. And so this gets tricky with the swing. If you're doing a boom bap beat and you just have a hat going on every 2 steps, that'll work. If you try to have a hi-hat going on every 4th step, it's not going to hit with the same rhythm. The rhythm's going to have swing to it, and maybe that's not the best option for you. The kick and the swing is definitely what goes together for a boom bap beat to kind of get that delayed kick hit come in and hit like right before the snare. And so let's go ahead and make just a new drum loop from scratch. Now listen to it with 75% swing. So it kind of delays that kick, so it kind of hits them with a little funk and some stank on it. All right, so with hi-hats, I mean, I can show you examples, different patterns all day. The reality is you got to come down and experiment with your own. Hopefully seeing how I use some of the hi-hats in my beats gives you ideas on how to add your hi-hats as well. First off, use multiple different hats. Use 2 or 3 different types of percussions or hats at the same time. That'll help definitely give some more bounce and rhythm to your beats. Second thing is, change the velocities. Make some hit hard, make some hit soft. Step 3 with the swing, do it with the boom bap beat. It doesn't really change the pattern of the hi-hat, but it'll definitely change the kick on it. And experiment. Play with different octaves, play at different notes, play at different velocities, and do everything. Do you want me to go a little more in depth and create like a bunch of different hi-hat patterns or any other questions about anything else in FL Studio? Definitely let me know. If you got any tips or any suggestions for any of the videos that I do, definitely let me know as well. Thank you for turning in for Tutorial Tuesday. It's Greek Annie and Hip Hop Beats. Have a good one, y'all.